TIFU by finding out I have a secret daughter from a wedding post that went viral. The bride is my maybe daughter and also has excellent cheekbones, so, hi Reddit, long-time lurker, first-time poster, please be gentle. I'm 59M, recently divorced, dad to 2 grown kids, and apparently ... maybe a third, which I found out on Facebook. During my lunch break, while eating a depressing Cobb salad, let me explain. So, about a month ago, I get tagged in this post from a friend who knows I used to date a woman named Diane back in college. The post is a screenshot from Reddit, some viral wedding drama. Apparently, and the caption is, and I quote, ISNT, this the lady you used to be engaged to in the 80s. I click, I scroll, I spit salad, because there, in black and white, is a play-by-play from Diane's other daughter, blowing up her sister's wedding because she found out her sibling's biodad might not be the man who raised her, and this possible biodad, described in loving detail as a cheekbone-blessed blonde ex-boyfriend named Rick. Guess what my name is? Guess who has obnoxiously angular cheekbones and dated a woman named Diane in 1990? Yeah, I sat in my car for an hour rereading the post, then I called my sister, then I texted my son, then I stared at my phone for 2 days, because here's the thing, I did the math years ago. Diane and I had a few post-breakup hookups after college. We were messy. She ghosted me hard in early 91, and I moved on. Married, had kids, got divorced, lived life, but I always wondered. And now here it was. The maybe daughter's sister had done a DNA test, and apparently she and the bride were only half-sisters, and the bride, it looks exactly like I did at 25. I showed the post to my daughter. Her response, bro, that's your kid. So what did I do? Well, first I panic-ordered a 23andMe kit. Then I DM'd the Reddit poster. She replied shockingly fast. Her inbox must look like a war zone. We talked. I kept it respectful. I said I'd wondered for years. I said I didn't want to blow up anyone's life. But if Caroline, the maybe daughter, wanted to know, I'd be here. And that's when the chaos hit full speed. She sent me a message a week later. It's her. You're the dad. I can't describe the feeling. It was like finding out you won the lottery, but the prize is emotional whiplash and 30 years of missed birthdays. I didn't know what to do. Do I reach out? Do I show up? Do I write a letter like a Jane Austen extra? I ended up doing what every confused middle-aged man does in 2025. I googled how to reconnect with your secret adult child. Top result, a Reddit thread. So yeah, Reddit, full circle. I wrote her a letter. I kept it short. I told her who I was, what I remembered, that I never knew for sure, that I respected the man who raised her, that I'd understand if she never wanted to meet me. I gave her my number and then I waited. Spoiler, she did not call, but her cousin Amanda did. I think she's the ringleader of this entire circus. She texted me. She's not ready, but she read it, and she cried. So now I'm just floating here. I have a daughter. She's married, kinda. She just had her world rocked, and I'm the unintentional bomb Reddit. What do I do? Do I wait? Do I write again? Do I just quietly lurk on her wedding photos and cry? Because right now I'm just a guy with cheekbones and a decade of regret, wondering if it is too late to be a dad to someone who didn't even know I existed. Yes, I have more to share, including the time I may have accidentally crashed a family brunch. Post 2 incoming, I accidentally crashed a family brunch and made everything worse or better. Okay, so remember how I said I wasn't going to insert myself into Caroline's life unless she was ready? Yeah, that plan lasted about 6 days. Before you judge, I did not mean to crash a brunch. I wasn't lurking in the bushes like some DNA-themed Bigfoot. It was a complete coincidence, sort of. I mean, depending on how you feel about Yelp. Here's what happened. I live about 30 minutes from the city where Caroline's wedding went down. It's not a huge area. I've been going to this same cafe for like 10 years. Great coffee, killer hash browns, staff that doesn't judge you for ordering 2 mimosas with your eggs. I'm sitting at my usual table, sipping black coffee, pretending to read a newspaper like it's 1998, when I hear that laugh. I'd never heard it in person, but I knew it because it was in the wedding video. The viral one Reddit got me to click. That laugh had its own soundbite. I turned my head, and there she is, Caroline, my maybe daughter, sitting 2 tables over with a woman I recognize from the Reddit post, Amanda, the chaos cousin, and another older woman who I immediately realize is Diane, her mother, my ex. I nearly choked on my toast. Now listen, any normal person would have paid the bill, snuck out, and avoided this like the emotional landmine it was. But I am not a normal person. I am a Rick, and Ricks make questionable life choices, especially when emotionally unprepared. So what did I do? I panicked and ducked behind the menu, which, in hindsight, is not stealthy. I looked like a cartoon character trying to hide in plain sight. And then, of course, Amanda noticed. She immediately texted me. Yes, she has my number. She got it from the letter. Amanda, is that you at table 7? Me, Amanda, you absolute chaos goblin. Stay put. I stayed put. For like 10 seconds. Then she stood up, walked over, and said very loudly, "Hi Rick, fancy seeing you here. Want to join us? I could have said no. I should have said no. I said yes. So now I'm sitting at a table with my maybe daughter, her mother who hasn't spoken to me in 30 years, and Amanda who is gleefully eating her pancakes like she's front row at a reality show. Caroline looks stunned. Diane looks furious. Amanda looks like she's hosting the Oscars. Diane's first words to me: "You have some nerve." Cool, cool, good start. Caroline doesn't speak for a solid minute. Then she says, very softly, "It's weird seeing your face in 3D. That kinda broke me." We talked. Well, Amanda moderated. Diane mostly glared. But Caroline, she asked questions. About my life, my family, why I never came around. I told her the truth. I didn't know. Diane told me it wasn't possible. I respected that. Maybe I shouldn't have. Maybe I should have pushed harder, but I didn't want to ruin her life. Caroline said, "Little late for that." Fair. And then she asked something I didn't expect. "Do you want to meet my husband?" I nearly choked on my coffee. I said yes, of course. She said maybe, not now, but maybe. Then Diane stood up and said, "We're done here." Caroline stayed seated. That felt significant. Eventually, Diane left. Caroline and Amanda and I sat a little longer. She told me she was doing therapy, that she was angry, confused, but also curious. She asked me not to contact her directly, said she'd reach out when she was ready. I agreed, and then she hugged me. It was quick, awkward, more like a hi-fi that got lost halfway, but it was something. I sat in my car for 20 minutes afterward, trying not to cry. So, Reddit, that was the brunch incident. I didn't mean to crash it, but I'm glad I did. I don't know where this goes from here, but maybe, just maybe, I'm not the villain in this story. Maybe I'm just a confused man with cheekbones and a second chance. Post 3 coming soon. Spoiler, it involves my ex-wife, a group chat leak, and a very awkward birthday party. The birthday blow-up, the group chat leak, and my ex-wife's terrible timing. So, remember how Caroline said she'd reach out when she was ready? Turns out, someone else decided to move the timeline along. That someone, my ex-wife, Cheryl, God bless her, but the woman has the emotional subtlety of a fire alarm in a library. Let me set the scene. It's my son Ben's 27th birthday. Casual backyard BBQ, hot dogs, beers, those folding chairs that collapse if you look at them wrong. My kids were both there, plus a handful of their friends, some cousins, my niece's dog, and unbeknownst to me, my ex-wife's new boyfriend, who I've decided to refer to as Discount Phil Dunphy. Anyway, about an hour in, Cheryl pulls me aside. She's got that gleam in her eye. The one she used to get before dropping a grenade like I am going back to grad school at 42 or we re-getting a trampoline, she says. So, I told the kids me told them what her about Caroline. Now I should clarify. I told Cheryl about Carolyn, because I figured coherent transparency was the responsible move. I asked her to keep it private until I figured out where Carolyn and I stood. Lol, mistake number 1, because not only did Cheryl tell our kids, she told them via family group chat with screenshots. From Reddit. Yep, my 23-year-old daughter called me later that night to say, "Dad, you're a meme." Apparently, Cheryl posted a screenshot of my Reddit post with the caption, "Guess what your dad did?" That woman has weaponized emojis for years and I just let it happen. So now my kids know, their friends know, my niece's boyfriend knows, and probably the neighbor who saw the group chat preview over someone's shoulder. Ben was chill about it. Honestly, kind of iconic. Not every dad goes viral for family drama. My daughter, not so much. She asked me if I was planning to replace them. I said, absolutely not, but I'd love for all of you to know each other someday. Then she said something that made me pause. You didn't just find out you had another kid. We found out we have another sibling and we didn't get to choose that. Oof, bear. So now I'm juggling 3 family threads. Carolyn, who is cautiously curious. My kids, who feel blindsided and meme feed. Cheryl, who is planning a joint sibling brunch. Like this is the Parent Trap, adult edition. And then there's Diane. Remember her? She called me first time in decades. She said, "You need to back off. You're confusing her." I told her Caroline reached out, that we met, that we talked, that I wasn't pushing anything. She said, "You've done enough." Which, sure, I get it. But also, I didn't blow up this family. I just showed up with a DNA test and vibes. Anyway, I'm trying to be respectful, so I didn't say what I wanted to say, which was, you lied to your kid for 30 years and now you re-mad she wants answers. Instead, I just said, I'll let Carolyn decide what she wants, not you. Click. So yeah, that was the birthday blow-up. A party where the only thing more grilled than the hot dogs was me. Next update is the brunch Cheryl insisted on hosting. Spoiler, it went exactly how you think it did. There were tears, trauma, and 3 separate dessert tables. Post for incoming. Brunch with bonus trauma and triple dessert. So, Cheryl, my ex-wife, if you're just tuning in, decided the best way to bring 2 fractured halves of a family together was a brunch, because nothing says healing like waffles and repressed rage. To be fair, she meant well. She always means well. But Cheryl plans with the chaotic energy of a Pinterest board possessed by a soap opera ghost. She sent out a Google Calendar invite titled, Siblings Sunday Sunday, and I almost cancelled out of secondhand embarrassment. Spoiler, I did not cancel. Here's who showed up. Me obviously with stress muffins, my son Ben chill as always, my daughter Lily, still a little frosty, brought emotional armor and a box of gluten-free donuts. Carolyn, yes, the Carolyn Amanda Chaos cousin, wearing a shirt that said DNA, drama not avoided missing. Diane, she declined the invite via a single text that said no. Iconic, honestly. The brunch was hosted in Cheryl's backyard. She set up one long table like we were about to shoot a reality TV reunion. There were name cards. Cheryl had made color-coded welcome bags. Lily said bonus sis. Caroline said hello half sis. Amanda said VIP instigator. I wanted to dissolve into the mimosa pitcher. Anyway, the first 10 minutes were painfully polite. Small talk, complimenting quiche, avoiding any words resembling sperm. Then Ben, sweet summer child, just goes. So are we supposed to trauma bond now or after dessert? Caroline laughed so hard she choked on a berry. Ice broken. What followed was, honestly, kind of amazing. They talked. Like really talked. Caroline admitted she'd spent most of her life feeling like something was off but didn't have words for it. Lily admitted she was scared Caroline would be some perfect, polished sister who would replace her. Caroline responded, girl, I ruined my own wedding and cried in a CVS parking lot. We're good. Amanda passed around a tray of mini cheesecakes like she was officiating the emotional breakthroughs. At one point, Cheryl cried into the potato salad and said, I just wanted to see you girls connect before menopause made me too tired. Ben and I made eye contact and telepathically agreed to never speak of that sentence again. But the real moment, toward the end, when Lily looked at Caroline and said, I don't know what this is going to look like, but I'm open to figuring it out. Caroline nodded, then said, cool, because I already stalked your Instagram and I need to know where you got that jumpsuit, y'all. I almost cried into my bagel. They even took a photo together, just the girls. Amanda captioned it Sister Swap, DNA Drop Edition. I am both horrified and proud. We didn't fix everything. Diane's still MIA. There's still a lot to unpack, but this felt like progress. I drove home feeling something I hadn't felt in weeks. Hope post 5's coming soon. Spoiler, Diane re-enters the chat, and she does not come quietly. Diane returns with a vengeance and a binder. You know how in horror movies there's always that one moment where the music cuts out. The door creaks, and you just know something is about to go down. That was me last Thursday. I'm at home folding laundry like a responsible adult when my phone lights up with a text from Amanda. Heads up, Diane's back. And she's holding a binder. No context. Just pure dread. 5 minutes later I get an email from Diane. Subject line, clarifications. The body of the email, a scanned PDF of a handwritten 17-page document titled The Timeline of Events and Other Important Truths. 17 pages. Diane has entered her unverified Wikipedia entry error, according to the binder, which she later delivered in person to Caroline's mailbox. Because of course she did. Diane knew there was a chance I was Caroline's father, but she made a calculated choice not to tell anyone. Why? Because, and I quote, Rick was unreliable, dramatic, and always chasing distractions. Ma'am, that's called being 24. She insists she told her husband at the time about her doubts, and he chose to accept Caroline anyway, which, if true, makes him a saint. But also, maybe tell your kid that before she builds a personality around daddy-daughter dance memories. The binder also includes a list of character references, aka letters from her church friends defending her morals. Caroline's birth weight and length. For context, a copy of a poem she wrote in 1991 about regret, titled Petals on the Floor. I swear to you I am not making this up. Carolyn texted me, so mom's binder just showed up. It has tabbed dividers. Then Amanda followed up with, it also includes a CD labeled Rick Memories. I do not own a CD player. Help, you cannot make this stuff up. Now here's where it gets tricky. Diane wants a meeting. Not just with Caroline, with everyone. She wants to clear the air. She proposed a dinner. Neutral territory. No wine, no phones. Just real truth. My immediate reaction was, absolutely not. Then Carolyn texted we should do it. Just once, no drama. Get it all out then. Amanda added, I'll bring tequila and a thermos. We'll be fine. So yeah, we're doing the dinner of reckoning next week. Everyone's invited. Diane, me, Caroline, my kids, Amanda, possibly Cheryl, unclear if she's allowed near Diane without a mediator. I'm not ready, but Caroline is. And if she's brave enough to face the woman who binder bombed her doorstep, I can suck it up too. Post 6 will be the dinner recap. Pray for us. Also, if anyone owns a CD player and wants to hear whatever Diane considers Rick Memories, please advise. The dinner of reckoning where things got weirdly honest. Alright folks, here it is, the much anticipated dinner of reckoning. The vibe going in. A weird mix of family therapy, hostage negotiation, and an episode of The Real Housewives Ancestry Edition. Let me paint the picture. Neutral location equals Cheryl's cousin's Airbnb. Big enough table for everyone, emotionally sterile enough to prevent screaming. Hopefully attendees, me biological confusion and khakis Caroline, the daughter. The myth, the legend, Amanda still wearing her DNA drama shirt. Now in hoodie form, Ben and Lily, my kids, emotionally bracing Cheryl referee with snacks. Diane the binder queen, first red flag. Diane brought a clipboard, not the binder this time, no, she upgraded to a presentation folder. This woman came prepared like she was pitching a startup on Shark Tank. We ate first. Well, some of us did. Caroline picked at a salad. Amanda double-fisted tacos like she was fueling up for emotional warfare. Then Diane opened the floor. Her speech was actually not terrible, a little theatrical. She teared up at her own metaphor about planting lies in a garden of silence. But I'll give her this. She admitted it. She admitted she knew I might be the father. She admitted she lied. She even apologized, sort of. She said, I thought I was protecting Carolyn from instability. Rick was. Carolyn cut her off. I was still owed the truth. Silence. Then Ben spoke up. I didn't even know I had another sister until a meme told me. Then Lily added, and now I have two moms fighting over who gets to narrate my DNA trauma. Cheryl tried to pass around cookies. It did not help. Things got messy for a bit. Voices raised. Diane cried. Caroline cried. I didn't cry, but I did take a very long sip of water and pretended it was whiskey. But then something shifted. Caroline said this. I don't need perfect answers. I need honesty. Going forward. From right now. That's all. And Diane nodded. No fight, no defense, just nodded. And said, okay, weirdest part. It felt real. Then Cheryl, bless her chaotic soul, said, I think we should do this once a year. Call it Dinasgiving. Amanda nearly spit out her drink. We ended the night with a group photo. Awkward smiles, too many eyes slightly red, but we did it. We survived. Caroline hugged me goodbye. Longer this time. Tighter, she said. I'm glad you showed up, and I am too. Post 7 is coming, the final one. It's not about drama, it's about what happens after. The aftermath, not a happy ending but a real one, so here we are. The final update. It's been about 6 weeks since the dinner of reckoning. No more binders, no more Reddit DMIs from people asking if I'm the cheekbone guy. Okay, fewer of them. And the weirdest part, life is kind of normal. Caroline and I have a schedule now. We meet once a week, coffee, sometimes lunch, once even a hike. I almost died, but she was very encouraging. We don't talk about the past unless she brings it up. Mostly we talk about books, movies, why she hates cilantro, genetic trait. She even called me dad once, casually, like she was testing the weight of the word. I didn't say anything, just smiled. She smiled back. That was enough. My kids, they're coming around. Slowly. Ben and Caroline are now fantasy football rivals and trash talk via memes. Lily and Caroline texts. Sometimes. No pressure. Just a toe in the water. Cheryl has calmed down. She now refers to this whole thing as the DNA arc. She's still hosting Dinasgiving BTW. There's a group chat. Amanda already made merch. As for Diane, well, we're not friends, but we're civil. We've had one coffee. It was weird and tense and involved a lot of polite silence. But we did it, and me. I'm still trying to figure out what kind of dad I get to be now. Not the daily life took you in kind, but maybe the I show up kind. The listens to your stories kind. The one who doesn't disappear when things get hard, because the truth is, I can't change what happened. I can't go back and be there when she took her first steps or got her heart broken at 17, but I can be here now, and that counts for something. So no, Reddit. This isn't a happy ending, it's a real one. A messy late in life, totally unexpected second chance. Thanks for following this saga. Thanks for your comments, your chaos, your empathy. And if you've got your own family weirdness going on, take it from me. Sometimes showing up, even awkwardly, even late, still matters, even if you don't have excellent cheekbones. Rick. If you like these stories and videos, make sure to like, comment, and share so we can make some money from ad revenue and continue getting better and better with our publications. We strive to donate a portion of everything we make to charities that make a difference. Let us know if there is someone or thing you want to support. Thank you for staying until the end and enjoying the story.